Hey everyone and welcome. Today we're going to pull back the curtain and get a backstage pass to what is, let's be real, the coolest part of any band, the percussion section. You know that feeling, right? A track drops and suddenly you can literally feel the beat thumping in your chest. Or you find yourself tapping on your desk and you didn't even realize you were doing it. Well, that's the percussion section doing its job. It's the hook that pulls you in.
So what is this section all about? Well, think of it as the power plant, the engine room. It's the music's pulsing heart.
Yeah, people call it the pulsing heart for a really good reason. It provides that rock-solid beat that every other musician locks into. Seriously, without the percussionist keeping time, the whole song would just fall apart. It's like the captain of the team, making sure everyone is playing together and on point. Okay, so percussion instruments basically break down into two main squads, unpitched and pitched. Unpitched instruments, like a big bass drum, are all about making a sound, a thump, a crash. They don't play a specific note. But pitched instruments, like a xylophone, are different. They can actually play melodies. So one squad brings the rhythm, the other brings the tune. Let's start with the absolute foundation, the bedrock of pretty much every song you love. Let's meet the rhythm squad. First up, the snare drum. This is that sharp, punchy crack you hear in almost every pop and rock song. It's what gives the music its backbeat. You know that super satisfying snap in a TikTok video? That's the vibe. Those little metal wires stretched underneath are what give it that signature rattle and so much energy.
And then you've got its partner in crime, the bass drum. This thing is the boom. It's that deep thud that you don't just hear, you feel it. It's basically the subwoofer of the orchestra, laying down that powerful, low-end foundation that gets your head nodding along.
All right, now let's talk about the heavy hitters. These are the instruments that show up when things are about to get epic. When the music needs to build that edge-of-your-seat tension, that feeling that something huge is about to go down, you call in the specialist. And here they are, the timpani. You might know them as kettle drums. These things are monsters. They're these huge copper bowls that are tuned to play actual notes, and they bring the thunder. No joke, this is the official sound of boss battle music in a video game. So, the tension is building. The hero is about to land the final blow. The chorus of the song is about to explode. You need one thing. Cymbals. These things are basically exclamation points made of metal. That huge, shimmering crash marks the biggest moments in a song. But they're not just for crashing. Percussionists can also play rhythms on them to add this whole layer of color and energy. They're super versatile. And last but not least, let's meet the crew that adds all the finishing touches, the sparkle. These are the instruments that add melody and texture, kind of like putting the perfect filter on a photo. Okay, check this out. The xylophone versus the marimba. They look pretty similar, right? But they're totally different characters. The xylophone, with its narrow wooden bars, has this really bright, sharp sound that cuts right through everything. The marimba, though, has these wider bars, and its sound is much warmer and deeper. It can handle melodies, but also harmonies, adding this really rich vibe to the music. Ah, the tambourine. You know this one. Just a little shake or a tap, and you get that bright, shimmery jingle. It's like instant energy for a track. It just makes you feel good, you know? And you can't forget the triangle. I know, it looks super simple, but you should never underestimate it. That high-pitched, crystal-clear ding is so pure that it can slice through the sound of an entire 100-piece orchestra. It's like a tiny, perfect little star twinkling in the mix. So, with all these amazing instruments, what does it take to actually be a percussionist? It's not just about hitting things randomly. To become a real beat master, you have to level up your skills, just like in a video game. Here's your skill tree. First, you need flawless timing. We're talking zero lag, perfect combos. Second, you gotta build up your hand coordination to pull off those crazy fast rhythms. Third, you have to control your power, knowing when to hit hard and when to play super soft. That's called dynamics. And the final boss skill? Simple. Practice. That's how you grind for XP and truly level up. So if you take away just one thing today, let it be this. The percussion section is the engine that gives the music you love its rhythm, its energy, and all of its feeling. All right, so I've got a challenge for you. Next time you're listening to your favorite song, just close your eyes for a second and really focus. Listen past the vocals, past the main melody. Try to hear the snap of the snare drum, the deep boom of the bass. See if you can actually hear the music's heart beating. I bet you will.